Hey, my name is Barb Herrera, and this is Health at Any Cost. I was going to get myself all pretty and everything for this video, and I did my 5 mile walk this morning, and I just couldn't wait. I just couldn't wait. So here I am, all sweaty from walking. I went to the gym and walked on the treadmill at a 10 incline for 10 to 12. For where were we 30 minutes, and I had a great time. And so the whole time I'm thinking I need to tell everybody. I'm just so excited. So spoiler alert, and I'm going to try and do this in a linear fashion in the description. So I apologize for the jumping around and having to look at the name of what it is that I even have, because I have not even memorized it yet. But okay, so yes, I do have cancer. Let's get that pole out of there. I do have cancer, and let me grab my little, see, I had to write it on a Kleenex because I didn't even have paper with me like a good writer should. So these are the two choices that I have been have been diagnosed with. Not that it's a choice, but one is called CLL, which is Chronic Lymphocytic Leukemia, and the other one is SLL, which is Small Lymphocytic Lymphoma, which is a Non-Hodgkins disease lymphoma. So I have one of the two of those, and the oncologist was so wonderful. She said to me, if I had to choose a cancer, this would be the one I'd choose. Apparently it's very slow growing, and I only have two symptoms, and one is the lymph nodes, that my lymph nodes everywhere are all swollen, and the other one is I have night sweats. So those are the two things I have. But when I told her about the night sweats, she asked me if they were debilitating. And I said, debilitating? She said, yes. She said, we could start treatment if they're debilitating. I like, what? Well, chemo or radiation or something. And I'm like, the way they're debilitating is I have to do more laundry. That's all. No big deal. So I said, no, I would rather not have treatment at this time. So I don't have to do that. I do have to have a lymph node removed so that they can dissect it and figure out exactly which one this is, which is fine with me. She said the surgeon, who I adore, who does all my cancer, my melanoma stuff on my body, he is going to do it, and he can choose any lymph node he wants. And I've got really big ones back here on my neck, and the biopsy was under my arm, which wasn't that big a deal, but if he had to remove it and do an incision, I don't think I'd like that. So I'm going to ask him if he could do it on the back of my neck, which is where I have 2 or 3 really good ones. If one can have cancerous good lymph nodes. Let's see here. So I have to have the lymph node removed, so that they can dissect it. And then I also am scheduled for a PET CT scan on the 18th of June, which is great. So that she said that we could get a baseline, she said, because this is obviously the first time that I'm getting a PET scan. And in the future, I have more symptoms, they'll be able to do a PET and be able to look and see what is going on. Fabulous. I have because of the coccidiomycosis that I had, the cocci, the valley fever, that I had 2001 to 2003, my lungs are damaged, so I have to have those checked every once in a while. And 3 months ago, when I had them checked, it looked like some lymph nodes were swollen, but he wasn't sure. So scheduled a 3-month follow-up, which is on June 6th. I go for that CT to see exactly what's going on with those lymph nodes. Hopefully they're staying the same. That would be nice. I still have the melanoma. So she says that I'm more immune compromised. And I was immune compromised with diabetes and just everything that I had when I was fat. And speaking of fat, I asked her, I said, is this because I was fat all those years? And she said, no. She said, but now that you've lost weight, we may have been able to find it easier. And I was like, okay. So if I had stayed fat, then you would not have had such a good prognosis. So I'm really glad. And she said the same thing I did. I am in the best shape of my life. And this is such a slow going cancer that she said I could live decades. And she said, and you have decades left. So I'm so thrilled. I just can't even tell you how thrilled I am that this is all it is. I know it's cancer, blah, 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 blah. But I don't have to go off Mounjaro, which I'm really happy about. She checked. I told her, I explained that since December, I've only been between 121 and 131. Today, I weigh 128. If anyone wants to know how to gain weight really quickly, let me change hands here. If anyone wants to learn how to gain weight really quickly, do not eat lean cuisine and healthy choice, but eat Stouffer's and Marie Collander's without any calorie deficit. And oh my God, I have gained like 8 pounds in the last week and a half since changing over to that. So I'm going to be alternating. She said I don't have to gain any weight. She said I'm doing really, really well. She looked at the last 3 visits that we've done over the last 6 months, 7 months that we had, and I had only deviated 3 pounds. And she said, that's great. She said, as long as you're not losing weight from the cancer, you're doing good. She said, so if you start losing weight again, I need to see you right away. I'm seeing her every 3 months anyway, which is good. Let me see what else. Oh, I get to go on the Downsized Cruise. I'm so excited. That was after we discussed the cancer stuff. La, 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 la. Can I go on the cruise June 24th through 27th? Sure. I'm like, really? Because all this time I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to. Well, she gave me limitations. She said, and this is so funny because I clearly have to become a vampire. Now, I've never read one vampire book in my entire life. The only movie I've ever seen is Interview with the Vampire, which I liked but had to squint during certain parts. But I'm not allowed out in the sun during the day. And if I am enclosed, apparently on the ship, there's all kinds of, I don't know, stores or all kinds of stuff like the gym and things like that are glass enclosed. If I'm in a glass enclosed place during the day, I have to wear sunscreen and a hat. I said, sure, no problem. I've got it covered. And then I'm allowed out at night, of course. So that's good. And that's to take care of the melanoma. She said because of the 2, they can overlap each other, and we don't want to do that. So I have to be meticulous with my health and my skin all at the same time, which is fine. I can do it. I'm strong. I played Keep Yourself Alive by Queen over and over and over at the gym on the treadmill this morning. So I want you all to go listen to the song, listen to the official video of Keep Yourself Alive. And at the end of this, if you get all the way to the end of this, put a crown for my queen in the comments. I'm so excited. I really, really couldn't wait to tell you all. I'm sorry I looked terrible this morning, but I don't care because I feel fantastic. And I'm going to live, and my life is going to be long. And I'm so relieved. And I couldn't have done it without you all. You all have been so amazing with me and for me and next to me and propping me up. And all of that has just been amazing. So I cannot thank all of you enough for your prayers, your energy, your fairies coming at me, your everything that you have, the love that you have shown me has just been amazing. So I'm not going anywhere. I have things to do. I have a memoir to write. And now I have another chapter to add. But I'm writing, that's a one thing. Since like 5 days ago, I've been writing like a maniac. One of the good things that's happened out of this as well. I love you all so much, and thank you for listening, and I'm glad you were here this morning with me, because I carried you with me while I walked to the gym, walked on the treadmill for a half hour, walked all the way to the church. I'm at the church, and walked all the way here, and now I get to walk all the way home. Y'all have been with me all the time, and in my mind, in my heart, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you all. I love you all, and again, Barb Herrera, Health at Any Cost. Health at any cost. I will do anything to stay alive. I will do anything to stay alive. It's not just I will do anything to get thin. It's I will do anything to stay alive. Health at any cost. Love you all. Have a beautiful day. I will. I know I will. Thank you all.